Hello students, let's go for the new lesson in the geography, lesson number 8, Indian mineral and power resources. Okay, so here we have to get to know the meaning of mineral. What is mean by mineral? A natural inorganic substances that possess a definite chemical composition is called the mineral. Okay, a natural substances. If you have taken a iron, so which is iron is not directly available in the earth crust, so it will be available in the form of ore. Okay, ore is a composition of many elements. Like that, if you have taken an iron ore, that is magnetite or hematite. So if magnetite molecular formula Fe2O3, I mean Fe is the iron mainly, it is mixed with oxygen also. So like that, the mineral is mixed with the many other chemical composition along with that soil or some particles, it's mixed with that, so that is called as the mineral is a inorganic substances that possess a definite chemical composition, and it is also having its own physical property, that is called as the mineral. And extraction of these minerals, okay, are these ores, that is called as a ores, are minerals, both are same word. So extraction of this mineral from the earth crust, that process is called as mining. Okay, mining is the process of extraction of mineral from the earth crust, that is called mining. So let us know about the first mineral, that is the iron mineral. So which are those iron minerals? I told you already, the magnetite, and one more is also there, more available in Karnataka or in India, that is hematite. Okay, so where we can get the more iron ore in India? In Odisha, Karnataka, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Telangana, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra and Rajasthan. In these places more we can get the iron ore. Okay, next we have to know about the manganese ore. So this manganese ore or the manganese is called as the jack of all trade. Okay, another name for manganese, that is the jack of all trade. Trades in the sense vyapara. So why it is called as the jack of all trade? I mean, without the jack a vehicle cannot able to lift. No, in the same way, without the manganese, no one, almost all the manufacturing depends on the manganese. So which are all those? Manganese is mainly used in which industry? Steel industry, dry battery, paint, glass, pottery, calico printing. So like that, it has having a multi uses. That's why manganese is called the jack of all trades. Why the manganese is called jack of all trades? Because manganese used in the manufacturing of steel, dry battery, paints, glass, pottery and calico printing. So it is called as the jack of all trades. Okay, next we have to know about the Aluminium is also more important ore. So this aluminium is called as the wonder metal. Okay, it is called as wonder metal. Why aluminium is called as the wonder metal? Because aluminium is lightweight. Okay, compared to the copper vessels and everything, aluminium is lightweight. You know that, lightweight, and also the low cost, because for less cost it will be available. But copper, bronze, boros, that is having a more cost. And also aluminium is good conductor of heat and electricity. Good conductor of heat and electricity. For that sake, I mean, it is also aluminium is also having a multiple uses. That's why it is called as the wonder metal. Okay, aluminum, and easy to wash also compared to the copper and everything. The aluminium, because every day we are using in a house. Okay, it is easy to wash also. That's why aluminium is called as the wonder metal. where this aluminum ore is known as bauxite. Okay, aluminum ore is known as bauxite. Keep in mind, iron ores are magnetite and hematite, aluminum ores are bauxite, and copper ore is called the chalcopyrites. Okay, where this bauxite ore is available more, it is available more in Gujarat, Odisha, Jharkhand, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Tamil Nadu and Madhya Pradesh. Okay, so here the aluminum ore is available more. Next we have to know about the mica. Mica is also known as, in Kannada it is also known as Kage Bangara. Kage Bangara antanu karitare. Okay, so why it is called as Kage Bangara? Because it is Kage. Kage is in black color, no? So mica is in black color, and also Bangara means Bangara is gold. It is always shiny. Okay, the mica main property is black and shiny. That's why mica is called as the Kage Bangara. Okay, let us know about that uses of mica. So mica, it is a non-metallic and transparent, so it is used in the electrical industry, non-metallic and transparent also. So it is mainly used in electrical industry. Which industry? Electrical industry. And also it is used in telephone. Okay, telephone, then aeroplane, automobiles and wireless communication, Wi-Fi, what we have called, in that the mica is used. Okay, aeroplane, automobiles and telephone. So mica, previous years mica has exported from India to other countries also, and by this exporting, India has benefited lot. I mean, it has gained the more income. But recently this mica export has declined. Iವಾಗ ನಾಶ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, because many of the countries has produced the synthetic mica. Okay, synthetic mica, what here it is available, that is the natural mica. In a laboratory, the synthetic mica has produced themselves, the many of the countries. For that sake, the mica export has declined. Okay, declined in the sense ನಾಶ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Next we have to know about the importance of power resources. Power resources in the sense, everybody know the resources which is used to get the power, electric current, that is called as the power resources. Let us know about that importance of power resources. I mean, why we require that. So the resources which are necessary for the generation of energy, they are called the power resources. I told you already. Power resources, these resources help in the economic development and improve the standard of living. SOL means standard of living, and this help in the development of industry, agriculture, commerce, transport and communication, because everything will depends on the electric current only. If the electric current not there, these sectors will not be work. Which are those? Industry mainly, agriculture, commerce, transport and communication. And also this power resources helps to overcome the energy crisis. Energy crisis in the sense, I told you already, the situation in which the demand for the energy is more but the supply is less. Okay, so that helps to this what synthetic mica power resources helps to replace or overcome the energy crisis. Yes, there are two kinds of power resources. Power resources types, these are all. There are two kinds of power resources. One is called as the conventional power resources, and another one, its opposite, that is non-conventional power resources. Keep in mind. Okay, so which are the two kinds of power resources? One is called as the conventional power resources, and another one is the non-conventional power resources. So what is mean by conventional power resources? I mean, it can be renewable again, I mean recycled again. They are called as the conventional power resources. Conventional in the sense nothing but the renewable, and non-conventional means non-renewable. They are regained, not regained back. So which are those conventional power resources? They are coal, petrol, natural gas. So these are the conventional power resources. And which are non-conventional power resources? Non-conventional power resources are solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy. They are not become what time cheat. Okay, so that is tidal energy, then biogas energy. So these are all the example for non-conventional power resources. Next, in that we have to know about the conventional power resources, the mainly the coal. Okay, this is the kind of conventional power resources, coal. Coal is formed millions years ago. The vegetative matters, okay, which was buried in the past year due to the high temperature and the pressure it has. Okay, high temperature and the pressure what has created in the earth, that has created in that has formed the coal. Okay, millions years ago, the vegetative matters and the plants are buried due to the earth crust or flood like that, and the high temperature and the pressure has changed the coal. So the 67% of the total energy consumed, okay, by the coal only, that much contribution is there. Okay, total energy of the country, in that 67% was what coal energy consumed by the country. And it provide the many byproducts, not only coal, not only use it to what run the train, nothing at all. Okay, it also provide the byproducts like ammonia. So these are the byproducts of coal: ammonia, coal tar, coal gas, benzol, naphtha, sulfur. So these are the byproducts of coal. Okay, the raw materials are used to prepare the dyes, plastic, synthetic fiber, rubber. By which material? By the coal. Coal is also used to prepare the dyes, plastic dye in the sense you know that is the color, plastic, synthetic fiber, rubber, etc. So this is about the coal. Okay, next we have to know about the petroleum, the another power renewable power resources. That is it is not renewable, it is a non renewable. Okay, so the another power resources, that is the petroleum reserves the mainly found in reservoirs. Okay, reservoir in the sense ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಬಾವಿಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಸಿಗುವಂಥ ಬಾವಿಗಳನ್ನು we are called as reservoirs. So these petroleum reserves mainly found in Bombay High, Gujarat, Assam, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Mumbai is the highest production of petroleum in India. Which country? Mumbai, where this is the highest production of, because many petroleum reserves we can see there. And the oil fields of the petroleum are, okay, oil fields, the main oil fields of the petroleum, they are the Digbai, Naharkatia, Muram, Sipsagar and the Rudrasagara. Here we can see the oil fields of petroleum. Hope you will understand. Tomorrow I will continue the remaining thing. Thank you.